ADHD is often discussed in terms of focus, school struggles, and emotional regulation. But one area that is still rarely explored in depth is the powerful impact nutrition and daily habits can have on symptoms for both children and adults. While medication and therapy are valuable, the food we eat and our routines can shape everything from our energy levels to our ability to concentrate. Let's start by exploring nutrition. Research shows that some children and adults with ADHD may be sensitive to certain foods or dietary patterns. For example, a breakfast high in refined sugars may give a rapid energy spike, followed by a crash, making it harder to focus during school or work. SARS. On the other hand, a balanced meal with protein, fiber, and healthy fats can help maintain attention and mood for longer periods. Some parents and teachers have noticed that cutting out artificial food colorings or additives helps some children focus better. It doesn't work for everyone, but paying attention to which foods seem to trigger hyperactivity or distraction is always worth trying. Next, let's talk about mindful eating. In a fast-paced world, many meals are rushed or eaten in front of screens. Mindful eating means slowing down, enjoying every bite, and noticing how food makes you feel. Encouraging kids to sit at the table, chew slowly, and describe the tastes and textures builds not only a family connection, but also self-awareness, an essential life skill for those with ADHD. Mindful eating can reduce emotional eating and limit impulsive snacking, which are frequent challenges. Hydration is another factor frequently overlooked. Dehydration can mimic symptoms of inattentiveness and foggy thinking. For children and adults with ADHD, getting enough water, especially before tasks that require a lot of brain power, can genuinely make a difference in cognitive performance. Beyond nutrition, lifestyle habits are key. Regular physical activity isn't just for overall health. It can help regulate mood, increase dopamine production in the brain, and even aid in sleep, often a problem for those with ADHD. The best movement for ADHD is often dynamic and rhythmic. Dancing, swimming, biking, or playing team sports, but even walks in nature or quick stretching between tasks are beneficial. Sleep deserves special attention. Poor sleep can exacerbate almost every ADHD symptom, from irritability to lack of focus. Help children develop a predictable, calming nighttime routine. Start winding down an hour before bed, avoid screens, and try gentle stretches, reading, or deep breathing. Adults with ADHD often neglect sleep routines, but even setting an alarm for bedtime rather than waking can work wonders. Let's delve into the role of technology. Screen time can be both helpful and harmful for people with ADHD. Interactive games and educational content can teach important skills, but too much exposure, especially before bed, can overstimulate the brain. Families and teachers can set boundaries around technology, encourage breaks, and use screen-free time for play, creativity, and conversation. Now, let's discuss the power of mindful habits. For ADHD, structure is vital, but too much rigidity can be stifling. The best routines are those that create predictability, while leaving space for choices and creativity. Visual schedules, colorful charts, checklists, and reminders help children and adults stay organized. If you're parenting or teaching someone with ADHD, experiment with different tools until you find what works for your family. Self-care. Self-care for caregivers is essential too. Parents and teachers supporting a child with ADHD can feel exhausted by constant reminders, redirects, and emotional ups and downs. Building your own routines, like taking time for a favorite hobby, exercise, or rest, all model healthy strategies for the child. Sharing mindfulness practices, like gratitude journaling or guided visualization, can be calming for everyone. It's important to recognize that no single strategy works for everyone. Some children thrive on high-protein snacks, while others do best with more frequent movement breaks or a journal for big feelings. The key is to be observant, flexible, and supportive, ready to adjust as needed. Finally, connecting with community matters. Families and educators can seek support groups, attend workshops on ADHD-friendly nutrition, or find local activities that emphasize movement and mindfulness. Sharing experiences with others going through similar journeys reduces feelings of isolation and leads to creative solutions. In summary, While much has been said about the challenges ADHD brings, focusing on nutrition, movement, sleep, and mindful habits offers hope and real, practical ways to foster attention, well-being, and joy. Whether you're a parent, teacher, or adult with ADHD, try shifting your perspective. Food, water, sleep, movement, and self-care are just as important for thriving with ADHD as therapy or medication. With dedication and curiosity, every day can bring improvements, resilience, and deeper understanding.